What's up? Welcome in. It's another Victory Monday live on the San Francisco 49ers Report. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, greatly appreciate all of you for making the 49ers Report your home for the best Niners coverage year-round. What a day it was yesterday in the divisional round against the Dallas Cowboys as San Francisco able to come through and lock down a 19-12 win over Dallas to advance to the NFC Championship game. For San Francisco, it's their second consecutive NFC title game. It's their fourth in the last 5 years. And going back to 2011, this is their sixth trip to the Final Four. You want to talk about a well-run organization that's had a lot of success. I understand the quest for six has been on since the 1990s. You can't really ask for much more than San Francisco being able to have this sustained level of success over the last decade plus, and it's been a lot of fun to cover. And this year particular, in 2022, has been a magical ride for San Francisco. I'm loving what I'm seeing from this football team. 12 consecutive wins. If you're with me, then just type me in the comment section right now. I see the legend John Wallace is here. Maximo is back. What's good, young bull? Glamden is in the chat. Harley Dad is here. Travis Jackson, Jeffrey Adams, George Shores, David Corona, Cody Woodard, Jay, Jamie, Clamden, Ernesto, Dave Zobel, Allie Smith is back in the chat. Baby Cakes 420, light up. Steve-O, Jay Menino, Tim McGuire, Super Spliff, Wet Noodle 187, SIC, John Wallace, Sinister, Honeybee. Thanks for getting that comment section popping. And I see a lot of recognizable names who were in the chat yesterday during what was a legendary watch party. We're coming to you from Dallas, Texas. On my walk into work yesterday, I was rocking the Niners gear, and I was kind of just looking at the skyline saying, so sad. Tough day to be a Cowboys fan, knowing that they're going to get an L tonight. And today I walked to work, a little extra pep in my step, knowing that the Niners sent the Cowboys home early once again. So we're in Dallas. Where are you? Get it into the comment section. Joseph Kelly, Connecticut. One of my favorite questions here because I just like to see where people are tuned in from. Maximo, loving the Niners right now. Cosmic Hearse, let's go Niners. Bang Bang Niner Gang from David. We have Leesburg, Virginia in the house. Durham, North Carolina from John Wallace. Another North Carolina. Portland, Washington State, Sacramento, Riverside, Austin, Texas. San Francisco from Anthony. Thanks for tuning in from the hometown of the Niners. California, specifically in the Bay Area from Honeybee. Baby Cakes is in Cali. London, England as we go international for the first time. Gustine, Modesto, California. George Soares, Folsom, Cali. McAllen, Texas from Dylan. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Felix, Cali. Santa Clara Chase from Joji Alvarade. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Guatemala is also hanging out. Jersey, Newcastle, Delaware. Okay. Grew up in Westchester. Go right down 202 to Delaware. Jeffrey Adams, the 614. What'd you say, Trizzy? Mojave, Hawaii. 707, California. El Salvador, 614. We're technically in what, the 217 or the 214? 217, Springfield, Illinois. That's where I had my first job out of college. To make fun of the Dallas Cowboys, we were doing that a lot last night, and it's always a blast to make fun of the Cowboys. They always say every year, it's our year. So type 49 to make fun of the Dallas Cowboys. F Dallas. F Dallas. Type 49 in the chat. Anytime the Cowboys go home early and you can celebrate that fraudulent fan base that hasn't done anything in nearly 3 decades, you just have to do it.
I just want to put it out there. In my lifetime, I've never seen the Cowboys make the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
I haven't.
They made it when I was 3 years old, 4 years old. Wow. David Hernandez typing that 49. Baby Cakes. Jared Thomas. $5 super chat. We have an awesome super chat menu for you all today, too. As we're going to preview this game against the Philadelphia Eagles, take your questions and pass along latest Niners injury news and continue to recap that game yesterday against Dallas. Here is our $5 super chat. So Jared Thomas, hey boys, go Niners, beat the Eagles. $5, got to beat the Eagle head. $10, you can sign the F Dallas hat. If you didn't do it yesterday, you can do it today. Sign the F Dallas hat. Look how many names we have on here. It's unbelievable. So really what we could do is just fill out the remaining blank spots here. We could do that if you send in some $10 super chats. $20, we'll bring out BCB. $50, we'll put on the 49ers motorcycle helmet. $100 super chat, Trace and Abby beer bong race. Also, a $50 super chat, I'll give you a shotgun. I'm hurting a little bit from yesterday, but we play injured because we're giving you daily coverage on the Niners. That's what we do. If you want the Niners to beat Philadelphia, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. It's not a trick question. Do you want the Niners to win? Get the good vibes going early in the lead up to kickoff. Smash that thumbs up icon. Clamden said beat the Niners. Oh, he's an Eagles fan then. Maximo said F the Eagles. 49ers Eagles 27-20 from Davis. Tim McGuire, F Dallas. Super Spliff, hit that thumbs up icon. Jay, my guy, wrong chat. This is Niner Nation. John Wallace, there he is with the 5. Got to throw something in the family kitchen, he said. God bless Nation, NFC Championship game. That's coming. Hey, Abby. How did he know that Abby was here? Is he just shooting a shot saying what's up? She said, hey, John. John Wallace, thank you for that 5. Here we go. Beat the Eagle head. Joji, yes, I do cover the Eagles as well. Pretty awesome problem to have professionally, right? I don't want to talk about free agency. I don't want to talk about the draft. I don't want to talk rumors. I want to continue to dissect the game of football. So to have 2 teams in the Final Four, it's no doubt an honor for sure. Cheat code, $2 super chat. Okay. If you want the Niners to beat Philly, like the video. Also, our live poll question here. MVP of Niners Cowboys yesterday. 31% Fred Warner, 53% George Kittle, 13% Robbie Gould, 3% Jimmy Ward. So I put this together because Jimmy Ward was really good against CD Lamb yesterday. Robbie Gould is now, 29 of 29 on field goal attempts throughout his NFL playoff career. George Kittle nearly hit the century mark with 95 receiving yards, and arguably the biggest play of the game, the bobble on that throw from Brock Purdy to flip the field, giving the Niners an opportunity to put points on the board. And then Fred Warner, 31%. I just tweeted this out on my Twitter page, at Chase_senior. What Fred Warner did yesterday, terrific. And the one play that was absolutely incredible from All-Pro Fred, that play against CD, where he lined up in the box. It's on my Twitter page below, at Chase_senior. He's in between the box, on the line of scrimmage. CD is in the slot. CD gets a head start on him. Fred Warner identifies that, oh, shoot, that's my man. I got to get out there on our coverage here. So he bursts back, jolts back, and is able to go stride for stride with CD Lamb right down the hash mark. That's a wide receiver against a linebacker. So Fred Warner, so special, and it's not even close. Don't even try to make an argument that there is a better off-ball linebacker in the NFL. There isn't. Fred Warner is that guy. John Wallace got to throw something into the family kitchen. God bless the Nation NFC Championship game. It's a win coming. Hey, Abby. By the way, John, Abby did say hello back. Cheat code, $2. Mason needs to run. Christian McCaffrey, Ty Davis Price. His calf was overused. Yeah, Jordan Mason is a physical back who I'd like to see more of in some short yardage situations. But look, at this point, you want experienced players on the field, and it's really a 2-back rotation at the running back spot with McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell. They're the veterans. Kyle Shanahan has trust in them. But also, at the same time, you have Deebo Samuel who's being used as a running back as well. So that's really your 3 running back rotation. Jordan Mason is a good player. Jordan Mason has a future in this league as a back. Jordan Mason can play, and we've seen it this year. Kyle Shanahan just doesn't have trust in him yet. What's going on? Who's this? That's funny. We had another channel trying to overtake the 49ers Report Live, just eliminating all of our graphics. But we're going to continue to keep it moving. Arthur MC, $49 here, and I believe, is that Mexican currency? I'm not sure. MX? Where's that coming from? It equates to $5, I guess, in American currency. So we'll beat the Eagle head again. Arthur MC. Appreciate it. G-Code. Grant Cohn said he'd be down to chat with you. Let's do it. When did he say that? Grant Cohn is like at the Mecca of 49ers talk on YouTube in addition to the 49ers Report. We're the top 2 most watched Niners channels. So that'd be fun. Did he actually say that? G-Code, did he actually say that? When did he say it? You have a link for us or something?
Yeah, because I also was getting some DMs from some Niners fans last night saying that we should go live with Cone, and I was like, that'd be cool.
I'd be down.
It seems unpractical last second, but who says no?
Words of Wisdom said yes, he did, Chase. He said it today? Was it a super chat? That's pretty cool if so. I'd be interested. Grant's the man. Does a great job. He followed me back on Twitter a couple of months ago. I've never really had any official interaction with him. It was on a super chat. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, we'd be down. I'm not sure how to set it up. If he wants to DM me, we could do it. But a lot of people in the chat were saying that last night as well. Grant's a good dude. 49ers YouTube collaborators. They should be able to come together. No, he didn't. Oh, really? That's pretty dope. Huh? Okay. Yeah, we can find it a little bit. Name a random Niners player. We're getting ready to go into our preview here. Name a random Niners player for us in the comment section. Martin Drummond, Oklahoma Niners in the house. You think DeMar is actually dead? What? What are you saying in the chat? Stop going crazy like that. I don't understand why people are like that. G-Code. Somebody super chatted it last night and asked Grant. Okay, we're going to have to scrub back and take a look. Appreciate it there, G-Code. Always keeping us in the loop. Kylie Caperton. Chase, I'm confused. What channel are you doing the game on Sunday? Eagles or this channel? I will be on this channel, no doubt about it. I will be on this channel, no doubt about it. Tom Daly. Also, Chase, David Lombardi, and you. I actually think he had interest in Chat Sports several years ago. But David Lombardi does a good job. A little bit too analytical for me sometimes, but a very good source for information. No question. Merton Hanks, Harris Barton, Eric Wright, another Merton Hanks, CMC from Maximo, Kittle from Wet Noodle. We need Christian McCaffrey to be healthy. We'll give you a health update on him. Ronnie Lott from Tim McGuire. I actually went back to watch the 1983 NFC Championship game over the weekend just to get my juices flowing for yesterday's game. Ronnie Lott, what a player. The interception that he had against Dallas in that game was terrific. Steve Cass, you can have your opinion. That's fine. Ricky, lots of YouTube videos today of Cowboys fans losing their mind. It's been awesome. There's nothing better than a Cowboy meltdown video because we've seen it for now about 30 years straight. Joji, Chat Sports trifecta, Chase, Abby, and Trace. That's what we try to do. We kind of teamed up organically, I guess, during the middle part of the season.
Yeah, we kind of started working together on a couple videos. And
the bosses kind of wanted us to work together, and the next thing we know, the bosses are like, just do watch parties together.
Exactly.
We're like, all right, bet.
Exactly.
Let's go. Name a random Niners player. Some good names in here. Roger Craig, John Taylor, Garoppolo, Deebo, J.J. Stokes. Kylie, that is an option. Gary Plummer, Justin Smith, Terrell Owens, great wide receiver. Brandon Lloyd sneakily had some of the best hands among all wide receivers ever. For real. A dog. All right, what we're going to do now, keep that comment section popping. 266 people watching live, 82 likes. We already put out our preview a little bit earlier, but now we're just going to kind of chop it up with the faithful. So, Trace, we'll go through some of the stuff. You can send in a super chat. We'll go through your questions as well. And we're just going to do a Niners hangout today. All of the latest news, rumors, and analysis. Yeah, let's show the super chat menu one more time, and we'll answer your super chats, no doubt, as we preview this game against Philadelphia, go through the latest Niners injury news, and really the breakdowns for this game. We'll be live for a little while. Here's our super chat menu. $5, beat the Eagle. $10 will sign the F Dallas hat. $20 will bring out BCB. $50 will put on the motorcycle helmet. I'll shotgun a beer. $100 a Trace and Abby beer bong right. So that's our super chat menu. If you so kindly want to donate to the show, thank you. If not, that's fine. Hang out with us. Continue to kick it. Other free ways to support the show, like the video, subscribe, continue to comment, and let's preview this great great, and I mean great, NFC matchup. It's going to be a title fight against Philadelphia. All of that is coming your way here just around the corner. If you're pumped up, smash that thumbs up icon, and let's talk Eagles, Niners right now. All right, here we go. Welcome into the 49ers Report live here on Chat Sports. Appreciate all of you for making today's show a part of your day. NFC Championship game is set, and this is going to be a title fight. This is going to be a fantastic matchup between two of the best, most well-rounded, and deepest rosters in the National Football League. There is star-studded talent all across the board. Philadelphia going to play host to San Francisco as the Niners will go on the road. Kickoff is set for 3 o'clock Eastern in Philly on Sunday. And if you think the 49ers will beat the Philadelphia Eagles, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Our live audience, do appreciate all of you who tuned into our watch party yesterday. We set records, 140,000 views throughout the day, 4,000 in super chats, and we do appreciate all of you for making this your go-to spot for the best Niners coverage. So there's a lot I want to get to in terms of talking about how San Francisco matches up with Philadelphia, how they can exploit the Eagles, but also some of the weaknesses for San Francisco that they have to patch up in preparation for this game against the Eagles. And I've been saying for a really long time, these two teams are on a collision course to play in the NFC Championship game, and that's why you subscribe. I understand that I'm wrong sometimes, but I'm right a lot as well, and I called it. I said the Niners-Eagles will play in the NFC Championship game. Kind of became clear to me middle part of the season when both teams were humming, and that's continued to be the case this year. Now, Philadelphia, because they are playing at home, and George Kittle did acknowledge, going to be a hostile environment. It's going to be a little bit rowdy. It's going to be physical between two teams who are physical on both sides of the ball. Birds are 2.5-point favorites. Over under set for 45.5. 3 o'clock Eastern is the kickoff. 12 o'clock Pacific. We'll be doing a watch party for it right here on the Niners Report. And how San Francisco got here, what a run it's been for the Niners. They started off 3-4, and early in the season, so much controversy, right? Because they dropped the first game to Chicago, an inexplicable loss against Justin Fields and a Bears team that now has the number 1 pick in the NFL draft after they rounded out the regular season with like 11 losses in a row. Week 3, they lose a listless game to the Denver Broncos. It's clear that the Broncos became frauds as well. Then a couple weeks later, they lost to the Atlanta Falcons and honestly got dominated in that football game. Then they come home, get dump trucked by Kansas City, dropping them to 3-4. But from that point on, they put together one of the most historic, successful, and hottest runs in the history of this historic franchise. 12 wins in a row. They finished the regular season 13-4. They're now 15-4 this year, including the postseason. Won the NFC West number 2 seed. That's why they had those 2 games at Levi's Stadium and beat the Seahawks and the Cowboys, 2 rivalry games in the NFL playoffs. And yesterday's game, I just want to touch on this here momentarily because a lot of people are concerned about the 49ers offensive output. Please give credit where credit is due. And nobody likes to make fun of Dallas more than me. You're coming and listening to a guy who grew up in the Philadelphia area, who's always despised the Cowboys. And I understand that the Cowboys have a fan base that is just exhausting. Every year they're thinking it's their year, and they also have a great and physical historic rivalry against San Francisco, two of the most iconic brands in all of sports. So I love to rip the Cowboys, but can we give them credit for how they played defensively in this game? They were spectacular. Micah Parsons is all over the place. DeMarcus Tank Lawrence was really good. In the secondary, they were also very solid. You can't in the NFL find ways to score 30 points every single game. And during this 12-game winning streak for San Francisco, they've averaged more than 30 points per game. So it was due for a game like this, a defensive slugfest, to play out in this manner where the Niners got halted a little bit offensively. Now, do I think that Shanahan got a little bit conservative and didn't want to put Brock Purdy in a position where he was going to turn the football over? Yes. Against the Eagles, do I want to see Kyle Shanahan spread the offense out a little bit more as compared to having all these bunch sets and trying to go physical downhill all the time? Yes, but a 19-12 win against a very, very good Dallas Cowboys team, you'll take it any day of the week. As for the Philadelphia Eagles, like San Francisco, they've been hot. And all year, they've been one of the hottest teams in the NFL. They started off 8-0. It was a historic start for them. And it ended up being a historic regular season. They finished with a franchise record 14 wins, won the NFC East, and the reason the Eagles are at home and the Niners are going on the road is because Philadelphia locked up that number 1 seed, beat the New York Giants 38-7 in the divisional round, did Philadelphia for a very impressive win against a Giants team who they had to beat 3 times, like the Niners had to beat the Seahawks 3 times. And in that game, it was honestly over in the first quarter. Myself and Trizzy, Abby was here as well. We were doing a watch party for it. It was astounding how quickly Philadelphia just dominated the Giants and put this game away. I mean, New York was in its coffin in the first 15 minutes. It was wild. It got ugly early. Eagles' pass rush was on point. Their secondary was terrific. James Bradbury, the former Giant who got released by New York, had that interception of Daniel Jones, and the Eagles ran for nearly 270 yards, and Jalen Hurts looked healthy in the process, 16-24 on the night with 3 total touchdowns. So the big question all throughout the week, and we're going to continue to ask you to get your predictions in because we're humans, right? We change our minds. Sometimes we alter our opinions. So as of right now, how are you feeling about this game? PHI for the Eagles, SF for the Niners. Let us know down below. Words of wisdom, here he is. That Eagles defense is going to come hard and fast at Brock Purdy. They need to negate that with a smash-mouth football running game. Telling you, man, no pass rush, no win. Yeah, San Francisco is going to have to get a pass rush. Most importantly, too, 49ers offensive line has to be better, Mark, than they were against Dallas. This offensive line really struggled outside of Trent Williams. This is an Eagles team that in the regular season, 70 sacks. That is wild production. A lot of pressures and sacks on Daniel Jones. If the 49ers can't pass protect, they're in trouble because this Eagles rushing defense isn't all that good. So that goes to an advantage for San Francisco, but they need to have a balanced approach. Travis Jackson, what's the biggest concern going into the NFC Championship game? I'd say the 49ers offensive line because of how they played against the Cowboys defensive line. Cowboys defensive line really did manhandle the Niners up front there for a little bit. Another concern I have is with the Niners secondary. They were good yesterday, but Charvarius Mooney-Ward, Deommodore Lenoir, they're going to have to play like they did yesterday, as well as Jimmy Ward against C.D. Lamb, against A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, as well as Dallas Goedert. Also, quarterback spy. With this Niners linebacking core, it's the best in the NFL in my opinion. They have to spy Hurts and try to contain him with disciplined pass rush lanes. If they don't do that, Hurts can burn you with his legs because his running, a huge element of what the Eagles like to do offensively. Words of wisdom with another one. Chase, they will rush Brock first, then drop into coverage to confuse Brock, bring DBs and safety blitzes, dropping linemen. I agree. That's what the Cowboys did. So that's the formula that we saw from Dan Quinn yesterday against this Niners offense. They'd had multiple looks against Brock Purdy. He looked to be a little bit flustered. But what I like some of the adjustments to happen in the days leading up to this game, if you go back and watch that Niners offense schematically, so many closed-in sets. Everybody was kind of in between the numbers and around the hashes. Got to spread this Eagles defense out wide. Got to get your playmakers out in space so that the Yak Kings can pick up those yak yards. Adrian Avila, the only thing that scares me in this upcoming game is Jalen Hurts. Niners have struggled with scrambling quarterbacks. That is a fantastic point, and they have. Marcus Mariota, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields this year. Again, that's why it's so important to set the edge, keep Jalen Hurts contained within the pocket, because you have to believe that the Niners can generate a pass rush on the interior. So if they do that and they clog up those lanes and they don't let Hurts get outside, that's how San Francisco can limit Jalen Hurts. If he gets outside and can make some plays out of structure, it's dangerous for Philly going up against this Niners offense. So once again, or defense, excuse me. So who you got? Eagles, Niners. Let's show them the Super Chat menu. Then we'll continue to preview this game. For everybody sending in a comment, we do appreciate that. Continue to use hashtag 49ers. If you want to send in a donation, you can as well. Any $5 Super Chat will beat the Eagle. $10 will put your name on the F Dallas hat. I'd love to be able to fill out the blank spots here. $20 will bring out BCB, Big Cock Brock. $50, it's the Toby Willis motorcycle helmet that we'll put on. I'll also shotgun a beer for y'all. And a $100 Super Chat, Trace and Abby beer bong race. Between Philadelphia and San Francisco, they do not have a long history of playing one another. It's not like a non-divisional rivalry like 49ers Cowboys. This is quite different, in fact. There isn't really a notable matchup between these two organizations, even though they're two of the best organizations in the sport over the last 2 decades. Why is that? With the win against the Giants, Eagles advancing to their 7th NFC Championship game in the last 21 years. A lot of other fan bases and franchises would die for that type of success. And for San Francisco, 6 NFC Championship games since 2011. These are two of the most well-run organizations in the sport, and they've had a lot of success. Obviously, San Francisco has the edge with 5 Super Bowls to the Eagles' 1, but over the last 2 decades, these two teams have been very, very successful. And in the playoffs, they've only met one time. 1996 wildcard game. Niners won 14-0 then. This is also going to be an intriguing matchup between these two quarterbacks. This is in a matchup that features Jalen Hurts, who's 24 years old, and the rookie Brock Purdy, who's 23 years old. The youngest NFC title game quarterback matchup of all time. So we see a little bit of a change here, of course, in the NFL. You know, for me growing up, I was so used to seeing all the time Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Donovan McNabb, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, those staple quarterbacks ran the NFL for a long time. Guys like Aaron Rodgers. Now it's this new wave with Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow on the AFC side, meeting up for their 2nd consecutive AFC Championship game. And on the NFC side, 24-year-old and a 23-year-old in Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy. And while they haven't played against one another at the NFL level, they have played against one another at the college level. And they had one of the more epic and crazy games that you'll see in Big 12 and college football play. The date, 2019. The location, Norman, Oklahoma, as you can see here on your screen. And these two quarterbacks went off. It was a game that featured comebacks. It looked to be a potential blowout at one point. Then Oklahoma comes back to get that 42-41 win. And Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts had combined for 11 total touchdowns to just 1 interception. Purdy went 19-30 that afternoon, 282 passing yards for Iowa State, 6 total touchdowns, 55 rushing yards. As Iowa State, the Cyclones came up short. Jalen Hurts, who was a Heisman finalist that year, 18-26, 273 yards, 5 total touchdowns to 1 pick, 68 rushing yards, and Oklahoma, as I said, got the dub. Now, for those of you coming across the show for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to the 49ers Report. We were able to pick up a lot of subscribers last night. We're on the road to 80K. Like, if the Niners make it to the Super Bowl, can we get to 80K by the Super Bowl if that, in fact, does happen? And our watch party last night against the Cowboys, it was historic on so many levels. Broke a record for the most amount of views, 140,000. Broke a record for Super Chats with $4,000 in donations. The party went long into the night, but we're still here, up and at it today on this fine Victory Monday. And 940 new people also subscribed to the show. I also want to give a shout out to our guy, Scott W. Scott W. He sent in $300 with the single solo Super Chat yesterday. He's never commented on a Niners video before. My homie, you are the winner of our Niners blanket with all 5 logos from their Super Bowl championships. If you don't hit me up on my email, Twitter, Instagram, Twitter and IG, I'm at Chase_Senior. My Instagram, same as the Twitter. And then my email is chase@chatsports.com. You got to hit me up to claim your prize. If you don't, you run the risk of us having to give it to another person who could have been a Super Chat MVP. So just want to put that out there as proof here, right here on the show. Scott W., we got to find a way to get in contact with you. Here's my email on the bottom of the screen. Eddie Marcos, $2 Super Chat. Eagles lost to good defensive teams. Saints and Washington. They did, but this Eagles offense is also very, very good and potent. The Giants had made some defensive adjustments, and the Eagles put 38 points on the board. So they're capable of running it up if it gets to be a shootout. Cheat code, $2. Cohn's video was asked at the 29:10 minute mark last night. Thank you for that timestamp. You're the best. We appreciate that. Trizzy's going to find it. Let's continue to preview this game against Philadelphia. Keys to the game, injury news on that Niners front. But first, let's take a look at the quarterback matchup here with Hurts. It was certainly a good sign for him. He looked to be healthy. against the Giants, which is good for Philly because there's a reason he's an MVP candidate. This dude is a very special all-around playmaker, and everybody, his detractors, want to say he can't throw the football. He can. His deep ball accuracy is there. He completed about 67% of his passes this year. He doesn't turn the football over, so he makes smart decisions. And once again, that was the case against New York. 16-24 against the G-Men, 154 yards, 3 total touchdowns, no picks, and a very good rating of 112. And for Brock Purdy, he did struggle a little bit. But again, can we please give credit to what is a very good and stout, physical and fast Cowboys defense? What I love from Purdy, he didn't let his confidence waver. He didn't get rattled late in the game on some of those third down conversions. I thought he was spectacular as he and Shanahan started to make some adjustments. That last drive to get 3 to make it a 7-point game, Niners took off so much clock. And that was critical because that didn't allow the Cowboys to come back in this game with enough time. 19-29 for BCB, 214 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, a rating of 87.4. So with this quarterback matchup on Sunday, they played against one another. Iowa State, Oklahoma back in 2019. Who has the better game come Sunday? BP for Purdy, JH for Jalen Hurts. Let us know right now. Gorion, Canadian currency, I believe. $2 super chat. I like the Eagles money line. Cincy KC over 46.5. Okay. I love talking betting here. You going to parlay that? You know what I'm really mad I didn't do? I forgot to get my parlay in of Eagles Niners on a money line parlay. I would have made so much money. I was going to put like $100 down, and I totally forgot amidst the craziness of this weekend. Bad job by me. Can't make excuses. Unacceptable, no doubt, but I wish I got the bread down there. Danny Ramos with the $5 super chat. By the way, I owe y'all. Beating the Eagle head here. Words of wisdom with the 5 as well. I got your defense right here. Warner and Greenlaw. Blitz coming on each edge with Bosa dropping back in coverage. Kinlaw and Armstead up the middle. Bosa dropping back would be interesting. The danger in doing that, he's such a good pass rusher. He's been so good against the run, too. Everybody wants to talk about Bosa as the best pure pass rusher in the sport. He certainly is. But also against the ground game, that's why I think Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, because he's so multifaceted with how he likes to play. And, of course, obviously his pass rushing, he's premier. Danny Ramos with another 5. Even though the Eagles are a solid team, we got this. LFG Niners. I do think the Niners win this football game, too. My prediction coming up right around the corner. I'll explain why. As for Jalen Hurts against the Giants, a lot of injury concerns with him. His status was up in the air. Was he going to be 100%? Was he going to be able to complete and throw every ball on the field? He pretty much did. He layered his throws. He put some velocity behind his throws as well as some touchdown field on the opening drive. A bomb to Devontae Smith right in coverage. And I thought that when the Eagles did call running plays, they were smart with their play calling because they got Jalen Hurts out to the perimeter. That gave him an option if he wanted to get out of bounds to avoid a hit. But you could also see that Hurts did slide down early on a couple of occasions to protect that shoulder. He passed the eye test coming off that shoulder injury, and with him, this offense is so dynamic. And with Brock Purdy, he was a little bit shaky. Again, I think that Shanahan could have helped him out a little bit with being a little bit more aggressive. He was a little bit too conservative, but again, did he kind of identify what the Cowboys were doing defensively? And he didn't want to put Purdy in a position to turn the football over, which could have changed the game, especially after Ray McCloud had fumbled away that punt. Turnovers can cost you playoff games. We'll talk about turnovers coming up here down the road. This is a matchup between San Francisco and Philadelphia also that just features future Hall of Fame talent, all-pro level talent, and multiple Pro Bowlers on both sides. And Dallas, it became clear in a 60-minute football game, could not keep up with San Francisco. A lot of the teams during this 12-game winning streak for the Niners have just been overwhelmed by the talent gap for the Niners. But in this game, the Eagles are able to really match up with that talent. And if you're a football fan, this is the matchup that you want to see. Just like when you're watching a movie or a show out there, you want A-listers. You want Leonardo DiCaprio. You want Denzel Washington. You want Chase and Trizzy. And when you watch the game of football, you want Trent Williams out in space, dropping back in pass protection. You want to see Christian McCaffrey lined up at the slot and running the football. You want to see Deebo Samuel. used in a variety of ways as a wide receiver picking up yards after the catch on a slant route, but also running the football. Brandon Aiyuk, first time in his career he surpassed 1,000 yards. George Kittle, all-world tight end. Nick Bosa, best pure pass rusher in the sport. Fred Warner, best linebacker in the game. The play he made against CD, one of the best you'll ever see. Dre Greenlaw could have been an all-pro this year. It's a crime he wasn't. Talanoa Hufanga was an AP all-pro. And Jimmy Ward, awesome job yesterday against CD Lamb. That's on the Niners side. And honestly, we're leaving a lot of good players out on both sidelines here. For Philadelphia, just as much star power. Jalen Hurts, MVP level season this year. Miles Sanders surpassed 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. A.J. Brown set the Eagles franchise record for the most catches in a season. Or most yards, excuse me. Devontae Smith set the record for the most catches. Dallas Goedert is probably right behind George Kittle as one of the best tight ends in the sport. Him and George Kittle are the two best all-around tight ends in the game. Jason Kelce, future Hall of Fame center, still the best, arguably the best of all time. Lane Johnson is the best right tackle in the game. Trent Williams, the best left tackle in the game. Hassan Reddick, 17.5 sacks in 18 games this year. Brandon Graham, a career season at 34 years old with 11 sacks. And Darius Slay, an all-pro level corner. And I've said this for months now. We're talking months and months and months of me saying this. And the real ones know. I've said that the Eagles and the 49ers on a collision course to play in the Final Four in the NFC Championship game. Why? Two best and most well-coached teams in the conference. They're loaded with talent, offensively and defensively. They play complementary football. They're not sloppy. They don't turn the rock over. And these are just two of the most well-run organizations in the sport. And now we have a terrific matchup to preview all week as San Francisco heads to Philadelphia in what is going to be an incredible atmosphere. We asked you to predict the winner earlier. How about now you predict the score? My score prediction coming up here in a little while. We'll continue to answer your questions as well as your Super Chats that come in. We're up to $40 in Super Chats right now. Do appreciate all those donations. And JPRC's, he's typing real one in the chat. We do appreciate that. Can we also get to Ryan's question? He just used the hashtag 49ers. We can get there down the road if you want. I know you had that one queued up. Ryan, props to Diamador Lenore for stepping up, but he better put his big boy pants on. The secondary needs to be on point. Mooney Ward needs to step it up big time. They will be tested immensely. See, the thing with the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb is a really good wide receiver, but some people have called me crazy. I'd still take Brandon Aiyuk over him. I think he's more dynamic in the open field. He's a little bit more physical, doesn't drop as many balls as CD, and is a better route runner. So outside of CeeDee Lamb, though, my point here, Dallas didn't have a great receiving core. Noah Brown was their number 2, and the 49ers locked down Dalton Schultz. The Eagles are different. Diamador Lenore, Mooney Ward. Going to be going up against Devontae Smith, more than 1,000 receiving yards. A.J. Brown, nearly 1,500 receiving yards. A.J. Brown is a physical force at that receiver spot. 50-50 balls. He's really the next best thing to Terrell Owens in terms of physicality with the way that he plays, breaking tackles, but also with that speed. Devontae Smith is slippery smooth, and Dallas Goedert is really good. So you're right, Ryan. You make a good point there. Gorion, hopefully I pronounce it right if it's not Gorjon. So one of the two times, I hope I got you, my guy. Purdy has been good so far. However, Eagles been that team all year. Now it's time to show that, but are also really good. Smart better would stay away. Yeah, the betting matchup with this game is certainly interesting. I mean, with the over-under at 45, Vegas is basically expecting like a 24-21 Eagles win. So I think it's going to be close. My score prediction, once again, coming up down the road. But I should have parlayed Eagles-Niners in the divisional round. I am so mad that I didn't do that. I let good money get away. Let good money get away. Damn shame. Words of wisdom with the 2. Gentlemen, make no mistake, we are the underdog. I'm fine with being an underdog. I actually think that you go on the road being the underdog like the Niners did last year against the Packers, take some pressure off you to a certain degree. More Super Chats continuing to pile in. We'll beat the Eagle. Words of wisdom with another one. Give us Chase and Trizzy's favorite play call for the Niners offense. My favorite play call this year was the one against Seattle on Thursday night. Purdy out of the shotgun, fake left, fake right, throw over the middle to George Kittle. Terrific play. The Christian McCaffrey touchdown throw in his first start as a Niner against the Rams changed the Niners season. So that was another good one. The Ray McCloud end around that went like 70-plus yards to the house, that was a good one. All of the George Kittle touchdowns in the back half of the season were great.
It's hard to beat.
Purdy's throw to McCaffrey when McCaffrey was lined up out wide against, I believe, the Bucs or the Dolphins was an all-world throw.
It's also hard to beat whenever you have Deebo Samuel on those 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 8s, hit him on a slant, and he still manages to get 12+ yards.
It's
it's just you let the chef cook, let him do his thing. Same
doubt.
with the Brandon Aiyuk over the middles for 10, 12, or on the outs. Like just get him the first down and let him do
They're
his
so
thing.
good and dynamic and elusive with the ball in their hands. Anthony, I love this level of desperation here from Anthony. He says, I'd give my left nut for a Niners win, but I'm not switching teams. That's weird. Anthony, a lot of people would sacrifice their nut for a Niners win. I would not.
You really need one of them. You really only need one.
From a business standpoint, if the Niners continue to win, that helps us out a lot here at Chat Sports. We have a saying, hashtag good for business. The 49ers report has been excellent for business, and it helps me put food on my table. Legit. Man Rock.
People were saying that it's best for business for the Cowboys to win yesterday, but
we beat them in Super Chats.
We beat them in Super Chats by a lot. So
we beat them in Super Chats.
We know what's best for business.
How about them Cowboys? Man Rock with the 2. Thank you so much. 600 people watching live. A lot of you coming across this show for the first time. Please make sure you subscribe. We are the largest Niners News and Rumors channel on YouTube. We're 260 people away from 77,000 subscribers. Our watch party yesterday, 140,000 people joined in all throughout the day. Nobody close to those numbers. And we give you news, rumors, analysis, breaking news videos every single day. And this week, I'm honestly aiming to go live every single day. So lock us in. Our Super Chat menu, $5, we're going to beat the Eagle. $10, your name on the Cowboys hat. No 10s yet, right? No 10s? Okay. $20, we'll bring out Big Cock Brock. $50, we'll put on the Toby Willis Niners motorcycle helmet. And for a $100 Super Chat, Trace and Abby will do a beer bong race. Let's get to the latest injury news around Philly and around San Francisco. Avonte Maddox is one of the better slot cornerbacks in the NFL. He suffered a toe injury on Christmas Eve in that loss against the Cowboys, and because of that, he missed the final 3 games of the regular season. No, the last 2 games of the regular season, and then that game against the Giants. Nick Sirianni did say this morning they're hopeful that he can make some strides toward potentially playing, and with Christian McCaffrey in the slot, Deebo in the slot, Aiyuk in the slot, Jennings in the slot, Avonte Maddox is an important player for Philadelphia. As for the Niners injury news, they came out of this game relatively healthy. Ambry Thomas didn't even play because of that ankle injury, but the Niners pretty set in that secondary. Christian McCaffrey was nursing a calf injury all throughout the day. They didn't keep him off the field. He was getting a heating pad on that calf, trying to stretch it out a little bit. But he said that he should be good to go for Sunday's game against the Eagles. And then we saw Charles Omenihu a little bit early walk into the tunnel with that oblique injury. A very good defensive lineman on the interior who also has the versatility to play outside as well. He's really important for this Niners rushing defense, their pass rush as well. Another $5 Super Chat coming in from Dust from Wichitami? Or Dust from Which It Came. I couldn't see it, man. the comment, I was like dyslexic there for a second.
No, I don't know where that.
Dust from Which It Came. We gotcha. Super B on the logo. Is Vegas usually right at deciding games given the fact that the Eagles are favored to win the game against the Niners? Well, there's a saying out there that Vegas always knows. Vegas always knows in terms of the point spread. Now, if it goes down to 2.5 and the Eagles win by 3, that's the type of saying. Like, Vegas knows it's going to be close, and it's going to be decided by about 3 points. The Eagles, for instance, against the Giants were like 7.5, 8-point favorites. They dump trucked them. So Vegas thought, okay, Eagles probably going to win by 2 scores. The Niners were 3.5-point favorites against the Cowboys. They won by 7, but that game was nearly decided within that point spread. So usually the odds makers are very good, and that's why Vegas always knows. That's why they're so profitable. Matchups to watch now. Let's pivot to this as we continue to preview Philadelphia, San Francisco. First matchup I want to talk about is the Eagles' defensive line against the 49ers' offensive line. We're talking about an Eagles defensive line here that's one of the best in the NFL. They're not extremely deep like San Francisco, but they're better in terms of their sack numbers as compared to the Niners. And this Niners offensive line, I was very concerned with them against Dallas. Mike McGlinchey got thrown to thrown by one arm and got lifted up by Micah Parsons at one point. Like, he was side by side on the field like this. Like, what is that? Horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. I told you, I'm hurting a little bit today. Just had to make sure. He was horizontal to the field at one point because Parsons bull rushed him. And on the interior, Spencer Burford got beat a couple times, Aaron Banks a little bit. You know what Trent Williams is going to be able to do. But the point here being is that the Eagles' defensive line can wreak havoc and take over games. And this 49ers offensive line was a weak spot against Dallas, a team up front that plays a very similar style to Philadelphia. And the Eagles' sack production this year, it was historic. 70 sacks as a team, 15 more than the next best team in the Kansas City Chiefs. They were led by Hassan Reddick, second to only Nick Bosa in the NFL with sacks. He had 16 of them. Javon Hargrave had 11. Brandon Graham had 11. Josh Sweat had 11. Philadelphia, the first team since the NFL started counting sacks in the early 1980s to have 4 players with double-digit sack numbers, and Fletcher Cox had 7. As for Hassan Reddick, this is the player to be concerned about for Philadelphia and for San Francisco. Philadelphia knows that Hassan Reddick can take over a game, and for the Niners, they have to be wary of where he is. If he's lined up against Mike McGlinchey, watch out for that quick first step because he's very similar to Micah Parsons. If Hassan Reddick's name was Micah Parsons, he'd be up there in the running for Defensive Player of the Year with Nick Bosa. 18 games this year, 17.5 sacks combined between the regular season and the playoffs, and these are his regular season numbers. 16 sacks, second in the league, as I said, 40 hurries, 26 quarterback hits, and 5 forced fumbles. And for this Niners offense, I do want to see Kyle Shanahan get a little bit more aggressive. I want to see him spread things out a little bit more. Because when you condense the field, it muddies up Brock Purdy's reads. And it also muddies up trying to pick up yards after the catch, hitting Deebo or Aiyuk on a slant route, George Kittle going on the seam, but also with running the football as well. You can run that pre-snap motion with Juszczyk, with Mitchell, with Deebo, with McCaffrey. All that is great and all. But if everything is condensed, the defense then can respond by stacking the box as well, and they go hat for hat, number for number along that defensive line. And with Shanahan, a lot of bunch formations that I didn't like, and the Niners also didn't push the ball downfield. They're going to have to test this Eagles secondary to a certain degree, and they can't just run the football, although the Eagles are prone to giving up big chunks on the ground. For this Eagles defensive line, go back and watch that game against the Giants. They smothered Daniel Jones. He was flustered, and that baited him into throwing an interception to the former Giant in James Bradbury. We saw what the Niners defensive line did against Dak Prescott with their coverage spies and techniques and some of their formations and the schematics and the nuances of it. They're able to bait Dak Prescott into 2 interceptions. A big reason for that, getting a pass rush. So getting a pass rush for Philadelphia and San Francisco, a recipe to win in the playoffs, and that's a big reason why these two teams are squaring off for the right to play in Super Bowl 57. More matchups to watch. How about on the other side of what we just talked about? It's the Eagles' offensive line against the 49ers' defensive line. This is the solo singular matchup that could determine who wins this game. The Eagles' offensive line is spectacular. The Niners' defensive line, also very good. Niners' defensive line has not played an offensive line this good, and the Eagles' offensive line hasn't played a defensive line that's as good as San Francisco's or a defense that's as good as San Francisco's outside of Dallas. Every player along this front for Philadelphia was either named to a Pro Bowl, an All-Pro, or was a Pro Bowl alternate. Jordan Mailata is great at left tackle. The former Australian rugby player, Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Landon Dickerson, a very good left guard. Jason Kelsey, I think, is the best center of all time. Isaac Seumalo at right guard. Lane Johnson at right tackle. This offensive line is great. Are they going to be able to control the line of scrimmage like they did against the Giants, against the Niners? I love the Niners' defensive front. And I don't want the sack numbers to fool anybody out there into thinking that this Niners defensive line isn't all that good. They are. Now, I've seen some Philadelphia media types say this Niners defensive line is a little bit underrated because you have Nick Bosa with 18.5 sacks. The next best is 5 sacks for Samson Ebukam. Charles Omenihu with 4.5. Drake Jackson with 3. Do not let the Niners' lack of sack numbers fool you. This is a great defensive front for San Francisco that is overwhelmed opponents all throughout this year, and it's changed the outcome of games. Why? Yes, Nick Bosa is the leader in sacks with 18.5. But aside from him, they're so deep, so versatile, and so interchangeable along that defensive line. And we just talked about the Niners sack numbers without talking about Eric Armstead, who has been a force at that defensive tackle spot. San Francisco is legitimately 2 to 3 deep at every single position at defensive end, both defensive tackle spots, and the other end spot along that defensive line. And for the Niners, I'm not worried about their sack numbers all that much because I look at sack numbers sometimes like wins and losses for a pitcher. A pitcher can have a sub-3 ERA and be lights out all throughout the year while making 30 starts and throwing 200 innings. But some might try to deem that starting pitcher as not being a quality one if their win-loss record is 5-15. The win-loss record isn't as telling as the ERA. Sack numbers sometimes aren't the full story as much as quarterback pressures and quarterback hits, as well as quarterback spying Jalen Hurts and having a disciplined pass rush with pass rush lane integrity to keep Jalen Hurts inside the pocket. With this Niners defensive line, though, and with this Niners defense as a whole, they're going to have their work cut out for them with the Eagles' rushing attack because the Eagles ran for nearly 270 yards against the New York Giants. They were led by Kenneth Gainwell, had the game of his life, 12 totes, 112 yards, average yards per attempt, north of 9. Miles Sanders was also really good, 17 carries, 90 yards per attempt, 5.3, and Boston Scott now has 11 career touchdowns against the Giants, 18 in his career. He continues to be the Giant killer. He found pay dirt once again in the divisional round against New York on Saturday night. But with the Eagles having all this success against the opposing defense with running the football, the Niners have had success in stopping the run. The regular season numbers here, they were the best team against the rush, in my opinion. Yards per rush, 3.2. That was second in the league. Rushing yards per game, under 80. That was also number 2. This is an Eagles offense that can easily put up 30 points per game. Well, this Niners defense held their opponents to 16 and held that really good Cowboys offense to 12 yesterday. That's number 1 in the NFL in the regular season. Yards per game, number 1. Points per play, number 1, where this game could also be decided. Eagles are good on third downs. Niners, middle of the pack in the regular season. They also struggled on third downs against Dallas. Red zone scoring percentage. Niners are 20th. Eagles are also good at converting red zone trips into 7. Another key matchup there in this game. How about the Niners linebacking unit? Let's pivot and shift gears to the second level of this Niners defense. We've talked so much about the defensive front for San Francisco and Philadelphia. This 49ers linebacking core going to have another big day. And they've continued to prove why they're the best linebacking core in the National Football League. Fred Warner, unbelievable season this year. For the Niners to get him in the 3rd round, it's been one of the more important draft picks in franchise history. This guy, if he continues to play for a long time, potential future Hall of Famer. Trey Greenlaw this year got paid $1 million. What a great bang for your value type of deal for him. He played at an all-pro level. And Azeez Al-Shire yesterday was ranging sideline to sideline, causing a lot of problems. Because the Eagles like to get their tight ends involved, because the Eagles have so many weapons offensively, and because the Eagles like to run the football, you're going to see a Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson try to get to that second level and block these linebackers, block the Niners' corners. That's why it's really important for San Francisco to bring the heat defensively at all 3 levels. Now, all throughout this week, feel free to interact with me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. As always, I do appreciate all of your support, and I love interacting with the faithful. Look for that blue check mark over there on Twitter at Chase_Senior. On Instagram, it's the same handle at Chase_Senior there as well. With this Niners secondary, I've been peeking at the comment section here, and we can show the Super Chat menu after this talking point. The Niners secondary is a product of concern for a lot of people out there. And they will be tested against Philly. The Eagles are loaded with offensive weaponry. And we'll take a look at the numbers around the corner. First, though, another look at our Super Chat menu. You send in a $5 Super Chat, we'll beat the Eagle. $10, sign the F Dallas hat. Let's get some more names on here to fill out these blank spaces. These are all the names from last night. F Dallas is the motto. $20 will bring out BCB. $50 to Toby Willis, Niners motorcycle helmet. We'll also shotgun a beer for a $50. $100 Trace and Abbey beer bong race. Now with this Niners secondary, why are they going to be tested? because A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, receiving the football from Jalen Hurts, it's a very good quadsum. A.J. Brown, 88 catches this year, nearly 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns. The closest thing to Terrell Owens that I've seen in terms of him being a physical freak, but also being elusive and having getaway speed. Devontae Smith, they call him Skinny Batman in Philadelphia because he's so quick, but don't let his frame and the thinness of it fool you. This guy plays bigger than his size as the former Heisman Trophy winner. Had a great year. Last year, he set the record for the most catches in a season for a rookie. This year, most catches in franchise history in a single season. And Goddard missed a couple of games there for Philly, but is a very good tight end who Philadelphia likes to use in a George Kittle way. As a blocker, down the seam. But I actually wish the Niners would do more of this. Sometimes Philly likes to go with the pop pass to Goddard, get offensive linemen out in space to let him just rumble and stumble downfield. Tackling, because A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert are so good, and because Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Aiyuk, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle are deemed the Yak Bros. Tackling going to be a huge key. The 49ers are the Yak Masters, and the Eagles sometimes struggle with tackling on the defensive side. We saw Dallas match the physicality level against the Niners yesterday. That's why that game was a dogfight. Eagles are going to have to do the same defensively. Brandon Aiyuk had a really good year. And when you think about Aiyuk, Kittle, and Deebo, part of this offense and the bread and butter of it is just finding ways to get them the ball in space while they're moving. That's why Shanahan wants an accurate quarterback. Because if you hit an Aiyuk, Kittle, Samuel in stride, they're really difficult to bring down, and they're so good at making guys miss and turning a 5-10-yard in route into a 30, 40, 50-yard play. I mean, shoot, Deebo's touchdown 2 weeks ago went for 70-plus yards. He was only about 15 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. He just turned on the afterburners. So the Eagles, if they cannot tackle, this is a Niners team that can run all over them through the air and on the ground. A coaching matchup here that I think is also going to be important. It's Kyle Shanahan against Jonathan Gannon. Kyle Shanahan is deemed the offensive guru, the offensive mastermind. He's very creative with his pre-snap motion and finding little tendencies in the defense and little wrinkles to exploit the weakness based upon the look. And Jonathan Gannon sometimes plays a lot of quarters coverage. Doesn't send home a blitz all that much. Why? Because the front four can get home. But if that front four can't get home, this is a secondary in Philadelphia that can be picked apart. And another reason why I like the Niners to win this game, I'll take Kyle Shanahan and him offensively over Jonathan Gannon and what he does defensively. I don't think it's a great matchup for Philadelphia in that regard. Now, during San Francisco's 12-game winning streak, they have averaged more than 30 points per game. They have to get back on track after only scoring 19 against the Dallas Cowboys. Can the Eagles be the defense that once again halts San Francisco's offense? You'll see what my score prediction indicates coming up here in just a bit. Looking at the comment section here, words of wisdom, Maximo, Carl O., all continuing to be in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Roberto Davis, good stuff. Brent Smith, George Kittle, also here. Back to this Eagles defense. Some telling Eagles defensive stats that we might be talking about if the Niners go down in this game. First in pressure rate, first in yards per play, first in passing defense, first in yards per pass attempt is this Eagles defense, first in tackles for loss, and first in opponent negative plays. So they do like to feast on some of the negative plays. They like to put you behind the sticks, and then in turn, when you're playing behind the 8-ball, behind the sticks, that's when they can dial up that pass rush. I've listed a lot of my keys to the game. What is your biggest key to the game? I want you to let me know here in the chat. Get those keys into the game or keys for this game in the comment section here. I'll take a sip of water, then I'll give y'all some shout-outs. Will do. Thanks. I mean, shoot, I've been talking for 40 straight minutes. Kurt Spain. He's typing that SF. He thinks the Niners will win. Steve Cass. Oh, bet. Run, run, run. The Niners will run the Eagles out of the playoffs. Okay. Jeff Schwartz. The Eagles have seen no defense like the Niners. We're the best in the business right now. Matt Solomon. Eagles are going to win. Yeah, Steve. I mean, look. If San Francisco can run the ball effectively, they lead the NFL in time of possession. So if they keep the Eagles offense off the field and they keep that Eagles offense on the sideline, which is a very rhythmic type of offense, they might struggle to find their footing. Francisco, Broski, fumbling, bumbling, got it. Kittle. Yeah, what a catch that was yesterday. Stopping the Hurts run, that's a key from Stacey Stone. I agree. Getting the running game going early from Jeremiah. Jeff Schwartz, oh, Matt, go eat Philly cheesesteak. You sound better with your mouth full. He's actually a Raider fan. Hit Hurts as much as possible. Discipline pass rush lanes. That's huge. So this is it right here? Is it queued up? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Kevin Romero. What a guy. Yeah, if you find the time cue of that, and then we can play it on air. I'm interested to see what he has to say. Yeah, it's audio. It's no big deal. He said he'd want to collab, so we can show the clip, I think. Yeah. All right. Are you pulling that up right now? Give us a sec here. Everybody's telling us to collaborate with Grant. They said he's down. We're trying to see what he said. Words of wisdom. Yeah, we got the time cue, the timestamp. $50 in super chats. If we get to $100 in total, I'll shotgun a beer before I work out. Let's go. It doesn't even make sense what he said. That's it. All right. Cool. Interesting. All right. I took my breath. Let's get back on track. Turnover is going to be key here for San Francisco. Yeah. Turnovers will be key here. What'd you say? Oh, believe me, I meditate every day. I know. I was doing the, the Hoff breath in the cold plunge today. You do 30 of those where you take like 30 deep inhales through your nose and then 30 deep exhales through your mouth to like lift up your stomach on the inhale and then claps your chest on the exhale. That's basically like a meditation, pretty much. That's like the foundation of meditation. Any meditators out there, let us know. All right, a couple super chats came in. Let's get to this point, though. This show is so exhilarating, Abby is asleep. $10 super chat from Mike Concho. He said, Victory Monday, faithful to the Bay. We appreciate that, Mike. What's on the $10 super chat menu? Mike Concho! We're going to put your name on the hat. I don't have a Sharpie on me. That'll wake you up. Take a lap. Salts are, I think, on the desk, yeah. Here's our super chat menu. Mike Concho going to get his name on here once again after yesterday. He was just a legend. I'm pretty sure we put you on here, Mike Concho, right? There are so many names on here. I'm just putting you on again. It would make for bad TV if I tried to search for it. All right, our super chat menu. $5, beat the Eagle. $10, sign the F Dallas hat. EC with the 2. $20, BCB. We'll bring him out. $50, we'll put on the 49ers motorcycle helmet. $100 in total, I'll shotgun a beer. If we get an individual $100 super chat, Trace and Abby beer bong race. EC, should the Niners be worried about the Eagles? Yeah, a little bit. It's probably the best team that they're going to play this year. Kansas City's really good. Dallas was really good. But the Niners, yeah, should be worried about the Eagles. Eagles are a really good team. There's a reason they're in the NFC Championship game, and they won 14 games. Thanks, Abigail. Mike Concho. It's It's getting feisty over there. What's up? All right. Here we go. We'll continue to keep it moving. Turnovers will be key in this football game. San Francisco this year, 0-4 when they lost the turnover battle. The Eagles, on the other hand, 3-2. And how about this? A deep dive look at how important turnovers are. The 49ers average a tick under 21 points per game with one or fewer turnovers by the defense. San Francisco averages 30.5 points per game with 2 or more turnovers forced by the defense. On the other sideline, the Eagles average 28.2 points per game with 1 or fewer turnovers by the defense, and Philadelphia averages 29 points per game with 2 or more turnovers by the defense. So turnovers in this game really are going to be telling. And because these two teams are so evenly matched, that's why turnovers are going to come at a premium. So with that, one more time here, who you got? PHI for the Eagles, SF for the San Francisco 49ers. Who do you like? As for my score prediction, I'm going to go San Francisco with the 31-28 victory for the Niners. Look, I think that these two teams and rosters equate and are very equal on many levels. I think that this game comes down to the wire with the late Robbie Gould field goal attempt and make to give the Niners a victory. I think that the 49ers defense, with their physicality at the line of scrimmage, can still match up with that very good Eagles offensive line. I like the Niners' defensive speed, sideline to sideline and vertically. It's going to be key to get a pass rush in Jalen Hurts and have those disciplined pass rush lanes so that he doesn't beat you with his legs. I also like the Niners' playoff experience with Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni only playing one playoff game. This is their first NFC title game. For San Francisco, second straight NFC championship game. Their third in 4 years and fourth in their last 5. So a lot of players know what it's like to be in this environment. And for home field advantage, yeah, Philadelphia, a very tough place to play. The 49ers went on the road and took down Aaron Rodgers and the Cowboys last year after they went on the road to take down the Dallas Cowboys. So they have experience with winning big games on the road. So I'm going Niners here. All right, more tents coming in. We're $10 away from a shotgun. $10 away from a shotgun and a couple of names to add to the Cowboy hat. Andre Bogatsky. Point differential was huge between the Eagles and Giants and the Niners, Dallas. Honestly, I'm not terrified. I just think the Niners have been tested a little bit more. Eagles really haven't faced any either, right? Cowboys twice. So you saw how good the Cowboys were against San Francisco, right? Eagles faced them twice. But outside of that, I think the Niners on their schedule have been tested a little bit more with some better teams. Leave that name up there. I got to get the spelling right. Andre Bogatsky. I love that name.
Shout out Izzy B. She's back in the chat. We missed you last night, Iz.
Was she not in the chat?
She was not in the chat.
Not
she
in the
didn't
chat
even come and
last
hang out for a few minutes. Come on,
She was with us
Iz.
on Saturday.
She was
though.
with us on Saturday.
So we appreciate it, Izzle.
It's just so heartbreaking.
Faux shizzle, Izzle.
Faux shizzle.
Jeff
Izzle.
Swartz, $10. You're going on the F Dallas hat. Still could be. And then Q Balls. Izzy B. We're going to put you on the F Dallas hat. Q Balls. Niners all the way. Appreciate it, Q Balls. And Izzy B. Were you saying Izzy was flirting with you, Trace? Oh, okay. Izzy, were you flirting with Trizzy? Izzy didn't feel well. It's all good. It's all good. We got past $100, by the way. Abby, hate to do it, but can you get me a beer, or do we have a beer here? Oh, bet. Cool. Never mind. A couple of comments that we'll get to here. Let's flip the script. What should the Eagles be worried about? Well, I kind of said that during the preview there, Mark. The Eagles should be worried about the Niners' defensive front. The Eagles should be worried about the Niners' linebacking core. The Eagles should be worried about the plethora of weapons and having to tackle Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, George Kittle. They have to worry about Jalen Hurts and him being a scrambling quarterback because they've struggled against scrambling quarterbacks this year. They lost to Justin Fields. They lost to Marcus Mariota, who had, honestly, one of the best games of his career. Patrick Mahomes as well. So mobile quarterbacks, they have beat the Niners in the past. It's a recipe for success. Toby, there he is. Toby, let's get it. Appreciate the gift, man. Last night, you on call and being in the chat was electric as well.
The Cowboys report was live today, so we decided to take a plethora of just 49ers shit on the stream and yell, how about them Cowboys? Your helmet made an appearance in the background. Just saying.
Damn right.
Just saying.
Danny Ramos. Look how close we are to filling this thing up. We are very close to filling this up. I'm saying a couple more names here, a couple more rows. We'll fill it up throughout the week. We don't have to all do it tonight. Danny Ramos, shotgun time. Facts. I got him. I told myself I wasn't going to drink today, but whatever. The real ones know from yesterday. It got real. It popped. Yeah, I saw that. Izzy, you little flirtatious, spunky girl.
Oh, Izzy!
Oh, show the Pass Master. Pass Master's an OG. Appreciate y'all for getting us past $100 in supers.
Rip it, tip it, sip it, go!
Ooh. SEC girl, SEC boy.
He was a boy, she was a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Da, 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 da.
The Pass Master, Chase, I'm just cheering for football in this one, bro. It's a great football matchup. I mean, these are two loaded squads here. He continues. The Niners defense is in the zone. Well, let's see if Darius Slay and company can stop this minecart from getting that gold. I like that. Minecart from getting the gold. Andre, put my bro's name on that hat. Greg. All right, we will.
Izzy, age is nothing but a number and a shoe size.
Exactly. That's pretty good. What's your shoe size, Trace?
13 and a half.
You know what they say about big shoes? Huge socks.
You were way too.
You know what's hilarious? I wear 13 as well.
That's why we're home.
Brothers!
Yeah!
We can wear each other's cowboy boots.
We can switch boots. We can switch shoes.
We can cross
We could
shoes.
We could cross flops.
Andre, we got you. Put my bro's name on that hat. Greg Bogatsky. He's in Mexico right now, but loves the Niners more than anyone I know. Greg. Maximo really likes Izzy. Okay. Some flirtatious vibes in the chat. Any more super chats that came in? I believe that's it. Huh? Tall stature. Well, we're both about 6 foot. Above the average height. All right.
And shoe size.
Shoe size. Yes, exactly. All right. We'll show you our super chat menu here. We're up to $121 in donations. Do appreciate all of the support and all of you watching this Eagles-Niners preview here. $5. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, Maxima. I saw you going back and forth. Izzy B. I have a roller coaster rule. Must be this tall. Okay.
So like 48 inches.
It's usually
is the average
4'11".
roller coaster.
It's
height.
usually 4'11".
4'11". You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
4'11".
So what is that? 49, 50 inches? No. 59 inches.
Chris C said cross flops, LMAO. Maximo, I'm a really social person. I gotcha. Chase, Chuck Woolery, a.k.a. Love Connection. Let's see.
Who's old Chucky? Who's Chucka?
An American game show host. All right, I'm seeing older pictures of him. All right. Maybe when I'm like 50, I'll show you a picture. What? Yeah.
If I knew what I was going to fucking do, I would have already fucking done it.
Really?
Tom
You said that
Brady.
verbatim?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That's hilarious. Here's Chuck Woolery. This is who Words of Wisdom thinks I look like. I have to find like a younger picture of him. I guess, could this be me when I'm like 55? Maybe.
Maybe. Could be. Maybe when you're like 58.
58?
I wouldn't quite go 55. 58.
69?
Very nice.
Here's our super chat menu. We'll stay live as long as y'all send in donations. If not, we'll dip out. Catastrophic. Izzy, I'm 5'11 and a half. What's good? LOL. Oh,
This
okay.
is so good.
Words of Wisdom said, nah, bro. I'm saying that you're hooking peeps up like Chuck. I gotcha. Paris Smith, 6'5", size 14. Share your height and your shoe size in the chat. Share your height and your shoe size in the chat.
Chase and I,
Honey.
about 6 foot, size 13.
Yeah.
Who can top that?
I'll put mine in here.
All right, we're gonna shout. Parrish, 6'5", size 14.
Abby, height and shoe size?
Abby, height.
Me?
Yeah, height,
I'm
shoe size.
5'9" and I wear an 8.5.
5'9",
8 and a
8.5.
half. There you go. Hey, shout out Dog Boy. He said he just subscribed. Hello, I just subscribed from Dog Boy.
Let's see.
Past Master's teary-eyed right now.
Matt Solomon, 5'11", size 12.
Oh my god.
Mark Munoz, I'll be honest, 6'3", 14 wide. Make that a weigh-in, dude. Make that a weigh-in.
I got it.
Chewalore, 6 foot 13 size. Oh!
John Wallace, bang!
5'3", size 4 kids from Izzy. Maximo, 6'1", size 12. Pete Amaro, 6'2", size 13. Ernesto, I think 5'11", 10.5, 11. Goon Squad, 5'6", size 10. 49ers fan Deebo, F Dallas, facts. 5 foot nothing, 11.5 from Ramsey. Danny Ramos, 5'11", size 10.5. The Pass Master, you guys are just cracking me up, LOL. See, I talked for, how long was I talking straight? Like 40 minutes? We're giving you a preview for like 40 minutes on top of the preview that we already put on the channel earlier. And now we're providing you with elite level entertainment. John Wallace, 3 others throw in 25. Trizzy and Abby race. You know, let's not stray from what got us here. Run the ball, spy hurts, lean on each other. Scared is a word, not a state to be in. I love that. I love
Dude,
that.
that needs to go on a
That needs
t-shirt.
to go on a t-shirt there, Johnny Walls. Win the game. Let's go, San Francisco. John, do you want another name on the hat? Let us know. We're getting close to filling this piece
John
out.
Wallace is 5'8", 5'8.5", size 12. So John Wallace, unit. He's a fucking unit.
Johnny Wallace. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Mike Honcho, 6'4", 413.
6'4", size 13.
Hey.
Unit.
Hey, the Niners could use a little bit of lineman depth. You know, maybe sign a cheap free agency deal, futures deal. I don't know. Maximo, 16, 6'1". Maximo, you're on the track to be like 6'5". You're gonna have the high school women all over you,
Wait,
my guy.
how old's Maximo? He's only 16 and 6'1"?
Dude, save some for the rest of us.
Packing heat, brother. What do you mean by unit from Anthony?
Dude.
5'7", size Sasquatch, JK, size 9 from Chris.
Oh my God.
6'5", 13 wide from John Daly. George Kittle, 6'4". Hey, shout out Izzy B. She let us know how tall in her shoe size.
Oh man, I'm dead. I am crying.
Izzy B's little. 5'3", size 4 in kids.
Holy shit.
Dude.
Oh,
What is going?
Anthony said sus. Oh my God. Tom Daly hung like a young pony.
Holy shit.
Oh
my God, this is so fucking funny.
Oh my God, dude.
He said hung like Secretariat, bro.
Oh my God.
He said hung like a small
I
pony.
am crying.
Holy
bro.
shit, man.
Oh, 49ers fan Deebo, I love your video. Thank you so much.
Off the rails. Yeah.
Off the rails.
Yeah. Size is always good.
Like a young pony. Oh my gosh, dude. Ella Wallace, my mom. Okay, let's get it.
We got to get Ella on
Yeah,
there.
Ella's on there. Mrs. Wallace.
Tom Daly, we have lost control. Yeah, especially after that joke, Tom. That was just
Tom, you did it to us.
You just threw it off the rails.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
We
lost
got 'em.
control.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have control of your current flight, so we're going to have to update the stream and make sure that we are getting back on track with the stream.
Honey B said I'm 5'3" as well. Her and Izzy.
Hey. Bang Bang Niner Gang. I'm a 9 shoe size, 4 kids, 4 in kids, and 4'7". There you go.
49ers fan, Deebo.
Whoa. Deebo. Whoa.
Thanks for watching the show. Oh, Huncho! $20 super chat. I got you, John Wallace. Bang, bang. Niner gang, faithful to the Bay. How about this? $200 beer bong race? Y'all down?
I'm about it. Is Abby scared?
No.
She just gave me the death
Wow,
glance
that
at
was
that.
a
She's
death
not scared.
stare.
I think I
She
might
looked
actually.
through your soul.
So Chase,
and
to
snatched your heart
Chase,
out of your chest.
to re-answer your question, I would love to do a beer bong race. However, I think I just got stabbed, and if I were to drink
I'm not
anything, it will go
scared.
right through my body.
Yeah, she's not scared. She let that be known.
Abby, never scared.
$200 in supers. They will do their beer bong race. So we're $22 away. $22 away from $200 in super chats, and they'll do their beer bong race. Maximo, I don't need any girls because I already have one. Shout out
Stay
to you.
blessed.
Catastrophic. Izzy B said Abby's never scared. Facts. Facts. Can I get my name on the F Dallas hat? Yes, 49ers fan Deebo. We'll do that for you. We'll do that for you. Where can I put it? Right here.
Chua Lore, Chase, if we beat the Eagles, Trace root for us in the Super Bowl? Absolutely. If the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going to be the biggest Niners fan that has ever produced the 49ers report.
You already are.
See what y'all do.
Facts.
What do we do?
Hey,
Wow.
Parrish.
Parrish.
4 foot even? Not bad.
With the weightlifting emoji.
Fun
Not bad.
sizes, fun.
Louis Garcia, Abby is a silent killer. Would you agree? Like a silent assassin.
Yes. Like,
The
Sneaky.
look was silent
sneaky.
killer. Yeah.
she'll just kind of pop up, and next thing you know, you're getting bodied.
I think silent killer is a good thing.
Yeah, throwback to when I was doing jumping jacks. Take a breath,
Like
buddy.
Michael Jordan played like a silent assassin, right?
Take a breath, buddy.
Who?
When Abby said that to me after jumping jacks.
Oh, yeah.
Take a breath, buddy.
Take a breath, buddy. That was good. Let's see. Can we get to 200 for a beer bong race between Abby and Trace? We're 22 away. Then we'll sign off. Jeremy Sandoval, you made it. If you made a donation, you're on the hat. There's so many damn names on here. I can just add you again. Yeah, you're on here. I'll put you again on the front, though, because you're a real one.
All right. Passmaster says, Chase, trust me, that San Francisco, Philly live stream is going to break records. I personally guarantee it. We broke records yesterday. Can we break? Hold on. I'm going to pop up the numbers.
I think it will.
I'm going to pop up the
the numbers from our watch party. It was wild.
Can we break these numbers against the Eagles? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
See,
here's the thing. Cowboys has like a national recognition, fan base, all that following. So that's going to help, right? Oh! There's 20 from Ramsey. So because the Cowboys had that following and because they have now played 9 playoff games against one another, that helped our stream get more views. Now, hey!
It's getting crazy.
Let's go.
It's getting crazy.
Ramsey. John. Danny.
I'm good. Yeah, I'll just fucking walk. I'll just walk. Is it far? Is it like?
Where y'all go?
He's going to the
I'm going to the Stars
Oh,
game,
nice.
and I was like, should I just walk over there? I'm like, we'll figure it out. I'll figure the fuck out.
Or take the dart. 10-minute dart ride.
Ramsey Alvarez.
I'll see what Uber's looking like. I'll see what Uber's. Is everyone else gone?
Danny Ramos.
See you, brother. Have a good night. Are you going to Waco tonight? No. Okay, cool. I'll catch you tomorrow.
We are very close to filling this thing up. Very close. Jeremy Sandoval with the 5.
Jeremy!
Yee! Yee! Go Niners. Go Niners. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more names to fill this out probably.
Hey, G.A. Bezo. Hey, everyone, this is Gabe from South Carolina.
6 more 10s, we can fill this up. Or for 2 minutes, we'll go 50% off. How about that?
Or thoughts on I grab a bottle of Fireball and I do shots for every $5 super chat. What you thinking? I mean, I have a game I'm going to. I have a hockey game I'm going to.
Oh, shit, you
later.
got to leave soon, right?
No.
What time's the game, 7?
7:30.
Oh,
but what
you're
I'm
good.
saying is, I'm trying to get a little pregame going. So I could do a 2-minute shot clock every $5 super chat. I do some shots.
Let's go.
one.
Let's go 50% off.
50%.
And
I'll
if
spike
you want to, I mean, you're doing a beer bong. So let's go 2
100%.
minutes, 50% off. Every $5 super chat that comes in starting right now, your name goes on the F Dallas hat. Can we fill it up? Can we fill it up? Can we fill it up? 2 minutes, $5 super chat, then we're going to sign off after this. 2 minutes, every $5 super chat that comes in, 50% off. Sign the F Dallas hat. Let's do it. Let's do it. Donald Layton, what up, Donald? Good to see you here in the chat. Showing love to John Wallace. Go Sharks. Who do the Stars play tonight? Sabres. Garza. F the Dallas hat, literally. Garza's going on. 45 seconds in. Kylie, if I give $500, can I get the hat? We already gave it away last night. $200 Venmo. You won't, Kylie. Kylie, actually, this is what we'll do. $500, we'll give you the Niners blanket with all 5 Super Bowl championships on it. Yeah, you can go get it. Because that'll technically be the biggest super chat that we get. Parrish Smith, by the way, whoever uses the thing on there makes no sense, right? Let's see. Who do I have to start with here? Garza. Let's ride. 140. 20 seconds left on the 2-minute shot clock here. Garza, Parrish Smith. Parrish Smith, bang, mother effing bang. Cool. Braden Walker, F Mattress Mac, that's elite. All right, I'm thinking a couple more names right here. We'll give you a 20-second delay here. Any $5 super chat, 50% off. You're going on the F Dallas hat. We're about to fill this thing up. Couple more slots here. Couple more slots. The Pass Master. This guy has an itchy super chat trigger finger, and there are party plans in the works. Trust me, these two fan bases are going to make a push. You watch, Chase. Ha ha ha. Okay. Let us know. There's another one, George Kittle. We're close. We're close. I'm thinking 3 or 4 more names. Maximo, chugging a Monster Energy if the Niners go to the Super Bowl. All right, nice. I don't really drink Monster drinks. I told you, or I saw you say that to me a little bit ago, that I should drink one if they go to the Super Bowl. I'll do much crazier things than Monster in terms of drinking. Stefan, $25 for that motorcycle helmet? I might be in. No, we can't give this away for $25. Toby sent us this. This thing's legendary, man. I don't know if we'll give this one away. We might keep it as a keepsake. Can I do 100 from Kylie? 100 will not get the blanket. The number to beat for this Niners blanket in Super Chats is 300. That's the number to beat. That's what was sent in last night. And it has all 5 logos from the Super Bowls that the Niners have won this year. 5 of them with the hopes, with the hopes that we can add one here in the middle and make it 6 on the quest for 6. Ordered it offline. Yeah, on the internet. Florence Lum, F Dallas. Florence going on here. Words of wisdom. At Izzy B, this is for Abby per Izzy. What's that referring to? Because Izzy wants us to drink. We're $12 away from 300 in soups. That's funny. Let's see. Kylie, you can't just type $4.99.99. It actually has to be a super. If it's outdated, that's a good thing. Florence.
You would have the last blanket of a non-Niner Super Bowl here. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, this is true. Honeybee, I'm 5'3", size 5, LMAO. Going back to the shoe size height discussion. All right, who you got? A for Abby, T for Trace. Let us know in the chat. A for Abby, T for Trace. Here they go. I think it's Abby. By a pinch. Abby by a pinch. John Wallace, keep the helmet exactly. I want to keep it. Luis said, tell Trace I'm single. Matt Solomon said, Abby is awesome. Abby for the win from Stefan. Luis had crying emojis.
She smoked me on that one. She smoked me on that one. Swear. Swear. Is your new hire a hot? Brent, I've been working here for over a year and a half. So I'm not really a new hire, but thank you for saying I'm a hottie.
Sports Card Channel, what's up? What's up? Let's do this. Maximo, 6'1", size 12, and I'm only 16. Nice, Maximo. Comment your shoe size and height for a shout-out. It's a joke from earlier. We were having fun. It put us in tears. You can go back, rewind, and watch it. Absolutely hilarious. Honeybee, he's a damn tower. The Sports Card Channel, what's up? What's up? We'll extend the deal. Any $5 super chat, we'll fill out the brim of the cowboy hat here with your name. We'll extend the deal. Couple spots left in which we can get your name on here. We just want to fill it out. And then we can send it to our Super Chat winner from last night. 5'8", size 11 from Dwayne. 6'2", size 11 from Jorge. Matt Solomon, 5'11", size 12. It's kind of like the Dan Patrick show. They call in. First-time callers always list their height and weight. For instance, hey, DP, first-time caller, Chase Sr. here, 6 foot 180. Yep. And then they ring this bell. DHA Dukes, 5'7", size 8.5. BK, 5'9", 9.5. All right. Here is my question for all of you. I will guaranteed be live here on the 49ers Report. I also host Eagles Now. So, if we did a dual stream in which I'm live on the same time on Eagles and Niners, would you be M for mad, H for happy? I want to gauge where you're at here. So take these responses seriously. I promise I will be live on the Niners Report. So we know that's going to happen.
So, Chase, what would look different about a 49ers-Eagles simulcast as compared to a normal Niners watch party?
I'd probably just call the game like a national announcer. I'd be pumped up when San Francisco scores a touchdown, but when the Eagles score a touchdown, you know,
you gotta
tap into
keep
that.
the energy.
Like
you gotta
Joe
keep
Buck.
the energy
it's like
high.
touchdown Eagles, touchdown Niners. That's how it would be.
You gotta keep the energy high.
All right, let's see. Stefan, mad. Passmaster, happy. Reddit, happy. Izzy B, happy. Mark, happy. Ryan Gerard, mad. Donald Parrish, happy. Dat Boy, mad but kind of happy. Okay. I totally understand that. Sports Card Channel, happy. Dog Boy, happy. Joseph Kelly, happy. Think about it like this, too. We can compete and have both streams go up against one another in a Super Chat battle, like battle, sub battle. So it could be kind of fun. I'm seeing a lot of H's here. Adam Simmons said mad. Dwayne said happy. H all day from catastrophic. So you wouldn't have a problem with me kind of calling the game neutral, like I'll still give you a San Francisco after a touchdown. But I'm going to be like, show me the TDs, and then Eagles, type your Fs. So that's kind of what it would be. Ban definitely wanted to ask this. Thank you. Dude, Philly has more offensive weapons and elite corners. Yikes. Yeah, they're good. Adam Simmons said happy, mad. I understand. John Wallace happy. We'll miss the watch party vibes from Ryan. It's still going to be a watch party. And if we did a dual stream, I'm not even kidding, we might go live 2 hours before the game and just play beer pong and have a lot of fun and have a tailgate. Yeah, it'd be a really good time. Jesse, mad. How about a rap battle from Maximo? We'll save that for another time. Yeah, but at that rate, you might as well call it the way based on who the home team is. No, it doesn't. That doesn't come into it. The pass master just be you. Adam Simmons said that would be awesome. Kind of surprised. This is like 90-10, I would say, probably. Yeah, I think people could have some fun with it. All right. We're going to continue to ask you that question throughout the week. The real ones are saying happy. Yeah. It's the same thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Justin Preston, happy. Passmaster, happy. All right. Maybe tomorrow when we go live. Izzy B with the 5. That gets us, what, $2 away from 300. Dude, I honestly think we could pick up thousands of subscribers. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm trying to do it as well. Jenny Wolfie said mad. Jenny, it would still be a Liddy watch party, though. Florence happy. Paula's happy. All right. Izzy B, we totally would win the Super Chat, but I have a gaming event next weekend, but I could do the show with Abby and kill y'all. Izzy could bring in some money. She's brought in some soups with the fireball.
Hey, she got some soups today. Somebody sent in a $10 super chat for Izzy B today.
John Wallace, it would be fun because you know you're riding with the Niners, so it's all right. I did pick them to win. Words of wisdom, happy and mad. But words of wisdom, you kind of like to test the waters and poke the bear a little bit. Like, it was fun for you to go on Vikings and Cowboys, right? So I know that you'd have fun with it in that way. Mike Concho, it's like crossing the streams in Ghostbuster. There was some crossing streams talk a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Chase and I cross streams pretty regularly.
Maximo said happy. All right. $2 away from 300. I'm about to donate to myself. If nobody sends one in. We got to get to 300. Been live for about hour 40 minutes. What did Mike say? Let's see. Good matchup. Aiyuk against Bradbury is awesome. It's a really good matchup. I would take Aiyuk. Mike Concho said he'd be mad. I understand Mike Concho. I understand. Matt Solomon, there it is. Let's go. Bang Bang Niner Nation from BK Vogues. You know what I don't understand? Why people in the faithful don't like the phrase Niner Nation. They say it's not Niner Nation, it's because we're a Niner Empire. But there's a website called Niners Nation that covers the Niners every day. Justin Preston, did you see Jerry Jones' face after the game? Yes, it was amazing. It was incredible. Weird Beard, boo, Eagles. We owe you a couple of these. Got to beat the Eagle head.
Maximo, go have fun playing Madden, bro. Enjoy your game.
Yeah, man. 6'1", size 12 at age 16. Have fun on the sticks, brother. All right. We got past $300 in Super Chats. We previewed this game for about 40 minutes against the Eagles coming up on Sunday. We will still be live tomorrow, so we hope to see you then. This playoff run has been an absolute blast. Appreciate all of you for tuning in, being a part of our coverage. We ain't stopping. Multiple live shows per week. Videos every single day, sometimes multiple videos per day. So stay tuned, subscribe, and we're going to continue to talk all things Niners right here on the 49ers Report. 80,000 subs is coming up. John Wallace with the 5. We'll show it. I see Trizzy about Izzy B. Izzy, you're beautiful. Bang, bang, Niner Nation.
Hey, John.
Go, Iz.
Hey, John. I'm a lover, not a fighter. What
John,
can I say?
John. Tony Montana, great show, brother. Salute. Until tomorrow, we'll catch you. San Francisco. We out.